Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today it's not Star Wars, it's not Transformers. Today we're going to take a look at this figure here. DC Multiverse Green Arrow Connor Hawke. I think this is done by McFarlane Toys. Yes, it is. I can see that now. McFarlane Gold Label. Brief history on Connor Hawke. I'm not a DC guy. I'm a Marvel guy. But when I was in 6th or 7th grade, whenever the X-Men cartoon was starting up, this was a big deal for DC. They were getting their asses kicked by Marvel and by this new company called Image that was just ranking up all the sales. So DC basically killed off, or in Batman's case, broke his bat, pretty much all of their main characters and replaced them with new legacy characters. Now, obviously, I'm being somewhat facetious. Wonder Woman, she lost her lasso to Artemis. Green Lantern, of course, went nuts. Barry Allen had already died. It's blah, 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 whatever. So every character basically got this new legacy character that came in and took over for them. The most famous ones, of course, are Kyle Rayner's Green Lantern and Azrael's Batman and the 4 Superman that were running around. But Green Arrow was also killed off. And thankfully, they had already kind of introduced Connor Hawke into the continuity by that point, if I remember right. Again, I wasn't really into comics. I wasn't into DC at that point. But as I got older and I started to explore more of DC stuff from around that time period, I actually fell in love with Kyle and Connor and Wally. And those, to me, are my trinity of DC more heroes. I'm also obviously a huge Constantine fan, and I love Denny O'Neil's version of the Question. That being said, when I saw this at Target, I had to buy this because it's Connor Hawke. I never thought I'd see a Connor Hawke action figure again. As far as I know, and I haven't read DC Comics since Flashpoint, as far as I know, he doesn't exist anymore. That was one of the reasons I quit reading DC, is when they redid Green Arrow, made him younger, and got rid of this entire side cast. That ruined it for me. And I loved Kevin Smith's Green Arrow, and then I think it was Judd Winick and a few other writers after him, that they really did this whole bond with Connor. So if I'm wrong, if Connor still exists, if he's still in the comics, I apologize. I don't read comics anymore. I occasionally buy some Deadpool or some X-Men stuff or some Transformer stuff, but that's really it. But you're not here to hear about that. You're here to take a look at this figure. And let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Now, we do have the fact that it is a gold label here. It looks nice. He's got this, the plastic shell. He's got the DC comic stuff in the background. Of course, it says DC Multiverse Connor Hawke. It does say the same thing here. It does say the same thing here. And you do get that beautiful artwork on the back. I might have to keep this artwork. I do have a few of these McFarlane figures. You can see 3 of them in the background. I think I also have a Poison Ivy, but I could be wrong. It's hard moving twice in the past 3 years. I've lost so much stuff. But let's go ahead and get this open and we'll take a look at it. Starting off real quick, let's take a look at his accessories. He does come with a flight stand, of course. He does come with that trading card, so I can get rid of the box. He comes with his quiver. He comes with a bunch of static arrows that do nothing. And he does come with a bow that at least has some sort of bowstring action. No individual arrows, though. That's kind of lame. And here we have Connor out of the box. Another thing I just thought of. One of my Hawks in Dragon Age 2, I named Connor Hawke. Ironically, I don't think he was an archer. He was a blood mage. But that's probably where the name popped into my head when I made that character. I just remember that. Huge Dragon Age fan, so I do have multiple playthroughs on that. Let's go ahead and see if I can get this camera back just a little bit. Can't find the motor to my turnstile, so they're just kind of static. Oops. I've really got to get a new tripod. This one's on its last legs. But let's go ahead and take a look at this figure. Now, this does say that it has 22 moving parts. 22. Vault and do. Let's take a look. So first off, let's get a look at this head. It looks like Connor, you do get the domino mask that's tied on, like everyone else who just kind of just somehow floats on their faces. You do get ab crunch. Ooh, that's a pretty nice ab crunch. You do get some ab rotation. Okay, it's a very nice utility belt. Has his arrow. Okay. Arms. Okay, they can do the full 360. They are. Looks like they're part of a ball joint for the arms. Maybe a butterfly. You do get upper rather. Arm swivel. You do get the double elbow bend. Hands rotate. Leg can kick forward. Just like, ooh, it's got a soft butt. So you can go back further than the Marvel Legends. You do get double knee. It looks like you get ankle. So I think they're just counting some of these articulation points twice when it comes to how many moving parts he has. But so far, so good. I like it. I dig it. I think it's a cool looking figure. And I definitely like the sculpt. Like the leather actually looks like it's leather. See if I can get him to stand without getting his flight stand. Fuck it. I'm just going to get the flight stand. 1 second. Dear Marvel, please, please, please invest in these foot stands. Please, or Hasbro just in general. It makes my life so much easier. Anyway, so the card actually comes with information. It's been so long since I've gotten any of these that I forgot about this. The data file. Green Arrow, real name Connor Hawke. Connor Hawke was the son of Green Arrow Oliver Queen, although his father did not know his existence until the two met in the Ashram Monastery during a dark time in Queen's life. Connor showed a natural aptitude for archery and martial arts, and Queen took him under his wing. When he eventually discovered the truth about their connection, Queen was mistrustful of the young man. Before they could repair the relationship, Queen was killed in an explosion. Connor took up his father's mantle as Green Arrow, and even joined the Justice League in his stead. After Oliver Queen returned from the dead, Connor was able to bond with him as a son, but their relationship remained fragile. So yeah, so that's Connor in a brief nutshell. If I'd known that card was there, I would start with that instead of me rambling. Let's go ahead and get him all accessorized, and we'll compare to see how he looks with these other figures. All right, so there we have him all geared up, and it does look really nice. Again, everything is a very nice sculpt. I don't like that they use this peg that they like do for G.I. Joe. I've had a lot of the G.I. Joe backpacks bend. And again, he doesn't come with an actual arrow, so you can't pose him, like do an actual shot. But I mean, he looks really good. The hair is a little too spiky. Connor's hair was more either shaved or aloof. Not spiky and well gelled, but it looks good. It looks very good. And, maybe that's just artist interpretation. I didn't read a lot of the Green Arrow stuff, so maybe it points he had hair like that. But as far as how he looks with these other guys, now the Guy Gardner is from a different line. He just happened to be in the same bin, so I got him out. I don't know where my old school Kyle figure is, unfortunately. But here he is with Constantine. And he was killed by Kyle Rayner. It was very sad. Synchronicity finally ended. But just to show you just how they look. Now, I do have Connor up on a stage almost, so let's go ahead and drop him just a little bit. We'll move the stage out of the way. By the way, I know nothing about Batgirl Beyond. I don't know who she is, what her deal is. I bought her because it's Batgirl Beyond. That's literally the only reason. And of course, here he is with Kyle. I do have Kyle up on a stand, so he gets that nice flying look to him. But yeah, that's really it for it. There's not much to talk about with this figure. It's pretty decent. I like it. I think it looks great. I think it looks dynamic. It looks come to life. The leather has a beautiful leather effect. It looks good. It'll look good on your shelf if you're a fan of this character. I don't know of a lot of Connor Hawke fans, so. Thank you very much for watching. Please comment down below. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you want to see next. Thank you.